Hi everyone, I'm Alvise and today I'm here to announce you Novamira Pro 1.1.0, a release entirely dedicated to the plugins you use to build custom fields and post types in WordPress. Novamira is the free open source WordPress plugin that gives your AI agent full access to WordPress through MCP. Pro is the expert layer on top. With 1.1.0, that expert layer now covers 6 of the most used custom fields and post types plugins: ACF, JetEngine, Metabox, POTS, ASE and ACPT. This is what one chat session built across 6 different plugins: custom post types, taxonomies, field groups, option pages, all from plain English prompts. The agent does it through each plugin's own APIs, so what comes out is a real field group you can edit in the plugin's UI, not a fragile import that breaks at the first save. Let me show you what that looks like with one of them, and then how it generalizes to the rest. So we'll start by asking this to Claude. Create an ACF field group for the team member post type with name, role, bio, photo, and social links. And at this point, the agent will reach the Pro ACF tools, pick the right field types for each input, set clean field keys, and attach the relocation rule to the team member CPT. And the final result is a clean field group, the way you built it by hand if you had the patience to click through ACF for 10 minutes. And now here's the part that I really want to show, because the same job runs on every other integration that we shipped. The agent just picks the tools for the plugin you point at it. So for example, we can ask to Claude, same fields group but in JetEngine, and store it as a CCT. Now in Metabox, and add a relationship to case study. In POTS, plus extend the built-in user with a bio field. Now in ACPT, and in ASE Pro, admin and site enhancements, using the custom field types module. 6 plugins, but one way of asking and 6 clean results. The agent isn't writing rows in the options table or guessing field keys. It's calling each plugin's own APIs, and it's doing it through the strategy that we baked into each Pro integration. That strategy is the part that really matters. With just Novamira on its own, the agent can technically reach these plugins too. But it has to figure out the right sequence of calls every time, and that means burning tokens and often getting it wrong. Pro instead hands it the tested path, so the same job lands in a fraction of the tokens and the result is the one that you actually wanted. The last thing that I want to show you is that all 6 specializations are not only able to create, they're also able to read what's already on the site, list every field group, inspect each field schema, then values, walk through CPTs and taxonomies. That means your agent can give you a real audit of the current setup before touching anything. So now I'll use this prompt in Claude. List every ACF field group on this site and summarize which CPTs they're attached to. And from there, the agent can move data from one plugin to another. So I can ask migrate the team member ACF field group to Metabox and copy the values from the existing posts. A note on what to expect here. The agent handles the parts that map cleanly between plugins, which is most field types and the usual CPT and taxonomy structure. For things that don't have a clean equivalent, like conditional logic, complex layout fields, plugin-specific extensions, the agent flags them and asks you what to do instead of guessing. So treat it as a strong assistant for the migration, not as one-click button. You still review the result, but the bulk of the migration is done for you. Most of you have already tried asking an AI to create an ACF field group using Novamira. The base plugin gives the agent access to WordPress, but without expert guidance, the agent ends up writing options rows by hand, guessing field keys, or producing broken imports that you have to redo manually. Pro 1.1.0 instead fixes that for 6 plugins at once. Each integration encodes the correct way to talk to its plugin, so the output is a working field group, a valid CPT, and values that round trip through the editor. And because the same tools can read what's already there, the same agent can analyze your existing setup and help you migrate between plugins, not just build from scratch. I also want to remind you that Novamira is for development and staging with backups, not production. So that's Novamira Pro 1.1.0. Full expertise for ACF, JetEngine, Metabox, POTS, ASE and ACPT. Build from scratch, analyze what's already there, or migrate between plugins. Together with the Elementor, bricks and memory layer from the original Pro launch, your AI agent now has a real toolkit for the WordPress stack you actually ship on. From page builders down to the custom fields and post types your sites are built on. You can find the full documentation at novamira.ai. And that's all for today. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe to stay updated on upcoming content. See you next time.